Hey, welcome back to another Master Pain video. Today we're having our first ever Feedback Friday. It's a video where we're going to go one by one through your comments on how we can improve this website and make it better for all of the community. So the community is building this website, you're sending in feedback, and we're going to take it and implement it on the website. Just a heads up, this is probably going to be a boring video for most of you guys, but if you're really into the website and you're really into backyard baseball and all that weird statistics that are happening behind the scenes, maybe it's fun to hang around and watch this. I don't know. We'll test this out. This is the first one. We're going to see how it does. But with that, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you join us and help build this community together. Master Pain's Big Backyard is what I'm calling it. And yeah, we love to have you guys. And I'm posting videos a lot on Backyard Baseball. All the dev updates. We're going to get into actual gameplay stuff soon too, I promise. But we're going into dev updates. We're getting into how to unlock characters, stadiums, all that jazz. So thank you so much for following along on this journey. Thank you so much for submitting feedback. Again, if you want to submit your own feedback, you go to bigbackyard.net and then you go to this contact form here and you can fill in what you want to send over to us and make updates to. So we love that. We love when you do that. That's great. So with that, hit the subscribe button, head on over to bigbackyard.net to check out the website for yourself, and let's get right into the video. So Sam sent in that Sunny Day was marked as being a boy in Yardle. We're sorry about that, Sunny, but that has been fixed. So Sunny is now a girl. Our bad, Sunny. You guys can go check that out in the Yardle game. Yardle's been a very fun game to play. We got a lot of good feedback on that people liked playing that. So that's great. Keep on playing. Hey guys, I have some extra cards that are missing. You may have already gotten them, but I have additional remix cards following kids that aren't in the current collection on the website. Sally Dobbs, Ricky Johnson, Annie Frazier, Pablo Sanchez. I actually have 2 additional remix cards. Cool. If you would like the screenshots or something, let me know. Odds are you probably already have these. I just haven't posted them yet. Okay. In terms of player cards, right? Player cards, we will keep updating that. We could maybe also make a way that, you can track the cards that you have in game on the website as well. So, you can take it on the road and show your friends, yeah, I have that card. No, I don't. Right now, we haven't implemented this. We will try to get something like that going and make sure that we have all the cards. So love your feedback. Love that you're using the cards part of the website too. That's great feedback in itself. Knowing that people are actually using that part of the site, because we kind of launched this thinking people would use the stats and figure out the best optimized lineup. So it's good. It's good knowing all this stuff. We'll definitely keep this on the tracker here. So thank you, Pasta, for sending that in. So let's go to the next one here. It would be nice if you had a section that had players with boosts instead of just showing the boost seal. You don't have to mention figure out the values. Honestly, having a clickable character with a boost would be better. Okay, cool. It's from C. Awesome feedback. We love that. The boosts are hard to kind of implement there. We didn't really think about that too much when we first were building the site. So love the feedback that you want to see the boosts and how they impact the players' stats right away and not have to like click and kind of find it. So right now it's a little bit difficult to find that. And if you're unfamiliar, boosts are basically like if you play with the Weber sisters, right? They get stat boosts. If you have Marky on your team and you have Billie Jean on your team, Billie Jean will play worse and Marky will play better. So there's boosts and nerfs depending on what players you put on specific teams. I'm going to make a video on that in the future to kind of help you walk you through that. But great feedback. Thank you so much. We don't have a fix in place yet, but we will be making something to make this a little bit easier to understand. When you open up a player, it's pretty good. I think you could organize things into more sections and make things easier. The pitch arsenal is great, and the part is super organized and clean. When you go down all stats, pitching is repeated okay. Offense speed is okay. Love this one. Love this one. Cool. Again, this must be the same C guy. Great feedback again. This one we will implement, and this one we're working on right now to get that live. So hopefully that's live by the time this video goes live. Making it easier when you open up. So if you're on the stats page itself, you can click on a player's name and it opens up a card with all their stats, right? And I think right here he's saying that we want this a little bit more organized so it's a little bit easier to read and don't have duplicate stats or duplicate information there. So, and then also I love this idea. Have the tick box remove the AI stats, because if you're controlling the player, the AI doesn't really matter that much. Love that. And that's an important thing to note here. A lot of the players, their ratings, their stats, and all that are based off of if a computer is controlling the player, not a human. So running, for example, right? There's the aggression and there is the attention. Those are two additional running stats that are contributing to their overall running rating. Now, if you are controlling the player, you are the aggression. You control how aggressive they are. So they could have a 100 aggression rating if you're going to steal a base with them. With that said, their overall rating stats are kind of skewed towards the computer controlling them and not how a human would. So I love this idea. All that is to say, have a tick box to remove the AI stats, because if you're controlling the player, the AI doesn't really matter. So have computer controlled stats and a human controlled stats that just removes the nuance there and just kind of assumes the player will give them a 100% boost to all those stats. Interesting. Love that idea. Let's go on to the next one. Is it possible to add the adjective unlocks along with the corresponding team? Yes, sir, or ma'am. John, thank you for sending that over. We will make sure that we get that done and add it to the team unlock section. Unlocking the teams you cannot get in quick play, so I believe you unlockable in league play in the playoffs. That is true. Okay, see again. We'll make sure to add that to the unlockable page as well. So that should be done by the time this video goes live. That's great. Not that Bundy said, I would think it'd be cool if you recreated the ball rating system that was true to their stats, call it the Mark Boff rating or Master Pain rating, or if you don't want to step on toes. Okay. Great suggestion. Thank you for sending this in. I don't know if I'm going to add my own rating system to this. I kind of like it, keeping it how it is. That might tie into the tick box where it's like computer versus human rating. So yeah, we'll see how that all works out. Not that Bundy also said it'd be cool if there was somewhere on your site as like a grid of overalls by position for each kid. Also then can put somewhere on the general overall rating. That is something that we're missing. So on the stats page, we do have overall ratings for each player on the site. I think in the team builder, we kind of utilize that the most, but we should have a filter for that on the actual stats page for the overalls that we're listing them as. You're also asking if you could have an overall by position for each kid. Like that. That's an interesting one. So we'll consider that, and maybe that's in our update for this upcoming Friday. If not, by the following Friday, we will make sure we have something like that in place. Holy cow, a lot of text. One lineup optimizer. I don't know how complicated, but I envision selecting your 9 players. Then your site gives you what is their best location in the field and gives them the best overall defensive team. Then right besides the field is the optimal batting order. Now I understand this is where we're going to lose you. Or I'll be drop down to select your batting order, style, and strategy. Okay, cool. So if you want like a power focused batting lineup, or like you want to get runners on base for a big hitter, you could kind of manipulate the lineup in that way. So that's kind of cool. I like that idea. That's a fun one. Again, that might take a little bit of testing and tweaking, but love it. We will keep this on the board. I want to make this change, so we will keep it here. And yeah, that's great. I think that's the last one because we're back to sunny day. So that's awesome. Okay, thank you guys so much for sending these in. This is fantastic. Again, you can send feedback in by going to our contact page on the website itself. Again, that's bigbackyard.net. So thank you so much for those who are using this site. Thank you so much for those who are sending in feedback. So let me pass it over to my future self to see which updates we were able to make and launch before this video goes live. All right, so future me is here, and let's quick go over some of the changes here. So we made a bunch. You'll see I'm on my dev site here, but this will go live before the video goes live on Friday afternoon. So let's jump in. We are on our stats page. Let's real quick, actually, real quick. Let's go home. Unlockables for the teams. That was one of the cards we had here. We do have, you have to beat a team in league play or a tournament game to unlock their logo and their team adjective. So depending on what adjective they have, that'll be unlocked. I think that was someone called that out, but just wanted to call that out before we get into some of the more impactful changes for this update. So let's get into player stats. You'll see here, let me zoom in here so you can see it a little bit bigger, and I'm actually going to hide myself. So you'll see here we got the overall rating is now showing. If we click in to one of these players, let's click into a Weber sister here, Ashley. You'll be able to select, you'll see her overall score now right away, or rating right away. You'll be able to toggle if you are controlling the player or if the computer is controlling the player. You'll see the skill profile is updated accordingly as that goes. And then you will be able to apply a game condition. So is she playing with Sydney Weber? Yes, she is. Boom, her overall stats go up. You see all of her stats that are affected by playing with Sydney. So you can toggle that back and forth to see the type of impact that has. And you can see it has a significant impact. So that is there. We've also changed the way that the stats look. So it has it all compartmentalized down here into the different categories. So you got your batting, running, fielding, behavior, pitching, and kind of an explanation too of what the behavior is. And then the pitching and all that. So we also have the ripple effect. So in case you are looking at players that you might not know impact other players. So Ashley's presence changes other kids. Sydney Weber will get a boost when playing with Ashley. And then of course the player info on the very bottom. So that's the player stats update. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Someone did request a update to ranking everyone by their position. So we did add this into the leaders category. You'll see that Pablo is basically always one of the best because he is Pablo, baby. Let's see, what else do we have here? We did the sunny day fix was there. I think that is it, or that's gonna be all for this round at least. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you again for watching along. I know this is a little bit of a different one, the Feedback Friday for the website, but we appreciate all of your feedback that you've sent, all of your criticism, all of your updates, all of your things that you want us to do. We will keep on plugging away at some of these things. We might not do these every single week just because we might not get that much feedback within a week, but we want to make sure that we are building the site together and with your updates, very similar to how Backyard is building the game itself with all of our updates and feedback too. So thanks again for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.